Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Leap Futures Morning Leap session for Monday, November the 19th, 2018. My name is Doug McKay. I'm the founder of Quantum Leap Futures. Each morning we get together in these live go-to sessions to take a look at the market macro to micro, take a look at the structure of the market, and we drill down to our trade levels, our targets, and our hypotheses. Our hypotheses are our trade plans. We do create multiple trade plans. We do not know what the market's going to do. Therefore, we have plans in place for whoever takes control of the market. We wait for the RTH to open up, and then once it opens up, we wait to see who takes control and then execute the plan that best suits the market. We're not trying to hedge our bets. We're just trying to have a plan in place and then react to the market and mold our plan to the market or adjust our plans as the context change. This is a subscription room. If you're interested in checking it out, send me an email at quantumleapfutures@gmail.com. There's no website. There's no blog. This is not a commercial venture. We do everything live here in the go-to, and then we do live trading and analysis during the course of the regular trading hours. Please read through this disclaimer. Nobody at Quantum Leap is a certified trading advisor. Past performance is not indicative of future results, and the trades that you see in Quantum Leap are for education purposes only. Please treat your own due diligence, your own trade plan, your own risk metrics. So taking a look at Friday. Friday, our Hypo 1 was a open auction in range just outside of value. They moved down into the 2711 to 2704 level. Find buyers, rotate us up through, and then break out of the prior day range and move up into testing the other side of the balance up at the key line in the sand at 2750. Hypo 2 was an open auction, a move up to take out the overnight high, and then a false breakout and a rotation down into that 2711 to 2703 area. We kind of went with Hypo 1. Hypo 1 clearly up to here, and then we get the false breakout. It looks like they're going to roll it over, but they come back to the overnight VPOC and the microcomposite VPOC from the 1031 to 1106, and then they try again to get to the 51, and they miss the 51 again. They rotate back, put in a higher low, and then just sort of grind us up into the close and get this real slow market with very low volume into the close on Friday. In the overnight session, we opened auction in range. We rotated up. We went up to test that 51. We could not break out of the prior day and failed at 48 and rotated as a back end. And so far, we've just been basically chopping around the VPOC at the 34. So pretty balanced overnight so far. Inventory is somewhat net long. So we could get some rebalancing. I'm looking for a move back down into the 2750 area, but we seem to be holding value higher so far. Well, we'll get back to that in just a couple of minutes. First, let's take a look at the news. So there's not a lot on the calendar this week. Just keep in mind that we have a holiday trading week. It is U.S. Thanksgiving, so U.S. Thanksgiving on Thursday, and most people are going to take off Friday. It's a half day on Friday as well. Market's only open till 1 o'clock Eastern time for the futures, index futures. So if they're going to make a move, they're going to make a move today or tomorrow, and then we'll probably just drift on Wednesday as we come into the market. But taking a look at the news today and through the week, we really don't have a lot of news. Today it's very late news day for today. Nothing really until we get to 10 o'clock. We've got NAHB housing and Williams from the Fed speaking, and then we've got the 3-month and the 6-month bill auction at 11:30. Oops, Sorry, that's the wrong day. Sunday, Monday. Sorry, Tuesday. Tomorrow we have building permits, housing starts, and then we've got at 8:30, and then we've got Red Book at 8:55, 10 o'clock, nothing, 4-week and 8-week bill auction. Wednesday, we've got core durable goods at 8:30, and we've got existing homes at 10 o'clock. 10:30, we've got crude inventory. Then 1 o'clock, we've got the 10-year tips. And then Thursday's the holiday. And then Friday is a holiday as well. So very, very light week. But again, most of the news has been coming on headline news, and you never know when that's going to happen. So you just have to be very cautious at risk. I posted a video of a hedge fund, optionsellers.com, blew up their account last week. A very sobering video that was put out on Friday, where the founder is essentially telling his investors that he had blown the money on shorting natural gas open options. Just tells you that even hedge funds, when they put too much risk on the table, can be susceptible to any type of fat tail event or black swan type event. I don't think it was really a black swan. I think it was just a fat tail. All right, so taking a look at the macro to micro, I like to start my day each day looking at a simple candlestick chart. I start on the monthly, work my way down in each time frame. What I'm doing is I'm looking to see where we are in terms of the trend. Do we have good slope and separation? Is price paralleling the 9 nicely? Or are we challenging the trend by breaking the 9? Or are we possibly getting a trend change by breaking the 9 and the 20? Right now, beautiful upward trend. We come down last month in October and looks like we're going to violate the trend. We find buyers, and right now we're still stuck in between the 9 and the 20 at a decision point in this large balance area that we're in. On the weekly, a little bit different story. We continue to fail to get above the 9 EMA on the weekly, and we are starting to see the possibility of a downward trend. We need this to get back above the last week's open in the 2778 area to possibly get a move up into testing the 2800s again. Going to the daily, again, we're below the 9 and the 20, but this is a decision point here. We're in between the 9 and the 20, and we're just going sideways as they battle out here. And we're seeing these wide swings as the bears and the bulls battle this area. Going to the intraday, we're back above the 9 and the 20 for now. We're trying to hold above the 2733. Our week open is 2733, and our 9 EMA is 3250. So we're sitting right on top of it right now and trying to get a continuation, a change of this trend from the downward trend back to the upward trend. And then going to the 30-minute, basically we're below the 9 and the 20, and we're flatlining right now in the Globex session. A rather tight Globex session so far. So if we take a look at the structure, our longer time frame micro composite, the yearly micro composite VPOC, is down in the 2750. If I take a profile and put it from the breakdown day over this big wide area, you can see that its profile is 31 and a quarter. We're currently trading 30.50. You really have to treat this as a zone. The last 5-day balance is up here at the 38.50, and the prior balance in this area was 27.21 and a quarter. So we're got this congestion, and we're maturing this distribution zone, and one of these VPOCs is going to coincide with everything, and we're going to get a merge here most likely before we get a breakout. And whether the breakout is above or below, we don't know yet. The key lines in the sand don't really change by much. 93 gets moved up to 2707. We use 2707 as our prior key line in the sand, and then the upside key line in the sand is going to be that 51. 51 gets us out of this 5-day balance area, and value accepts this price and gets us into the the next distribution, and likely a move up into the 2762 to 2772 area as our next target above. If we can't hold the 22 to 27 area, then likely take a trip through value, come down, test that 2711. Remember, that's the that key LVN from Thursday, and possibly down, test the 2707. Anything below 2707, look for a move back into the 0250 and possible dip back into the 2600s. So the overnight inventory is net long, but it's pretty balanced right now. But I'd say it's about 90% net long, but a very balanced 90%. It's kind of weird to say it that way, but they didn't move much off the open, and they're just going sideways. We are below the Friday close, so we're kind of what I consider to be balanced with net long inventory, and likely to balance out down into the 2750. So in terms of levels, our overnight high is 48. Our daily ATR, 20-period full session average true range, is running at 56.55. So off of the overnight high of 48, our downside daily ATR target gets moved up to 91.50. And off of the overnight low of 27.28.75, and this could turn out to be a lower low because we are coming down towards it again. But the overnight low, the upside daily ATR target puts our upside target up in the 27.85 and a quarter. Let's get rid of this chart here. So in terms of hypotheses, I think we're going to make a move maybe today, possibly tomorrow, out of this balance area if they're going to make it. So what I'm looking for, and it looks like we are going to put a lower overnight Globex low end, but I'm looking for open auction in range, in value. I'm looking for a move down into the 2750 and somewhere between the 2750 and the 20 area. I'm looking for buyers to step in, rotate us up through value area, come up and test the 41, chop up here, close the gap at the settlement close is 27.43. The actual close was 42.50, and I'm looking for them to push up into this 50 area and start fighting this 50 area with a possible late day probe up into the 56 to 62 area. And I'm looking to close at the higher end of the range to get us ready for a breakout move and a move from that 51 up into that 72 area. That is Hypo 1. Hypo 2 is an open auction in range, in value, a move up into the 42 to 43 area. Failed to break out of the range high, or a false breakout, but failure to get above 51, and then rotate down through the overnight low, push through down to the 27.11 area find buyers, rotate, and rotate us back up into the 2750 and have a balancing day waiting on tomorrow for the breakout. Hypo 3 is a open test drive, a move up into the 3840 area, but failed to close the gap, and then rotate us down through the 11 area, push through, and come down here into the 2600s again, down towards this 9150 to 2688 area, and then base here and go sideways. That is Hypo 3. Hypo 4 is a open test drive, failure to get below the value area, buyer step in early, rotate us up into the 41, and then chop between 41 and 51, and then get a rally breakout and a push up into this 2772 area. This is not the week open, and we have a target at 72.50. Well, those are my four main hypotheses. Taking a quick look at gold. Gold has found its buyers, has moved up. We've got a 2-day balance starting here. I didn't want that. So balance is at 22. We're trying to get back inside of this prior value area. We need to break above the 24. Above the 24, I'd be looking for a move back up into that 1232, 33 area. If we fail to get above the 22, look for them to come down and test the 17 for the next balance. But if they break through the 17, we're likely to come down and test the 2710 to 2708 area. If we do not hold the 2703 area or 2702 the next time down, this could just end up to be a inverted cup and handle and a bigger move down. But right now, I think that we're going to drift back up into this 1233 area. Anyway, that's going to complete our pre-market session. As always, trade well, trade safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.